Good morning. Today is the 8th of January 2026 at 4:32 a.m. My name is Gabriel Serra and today I am EFT tapping on Mistrust. I gotta turn off the other light. I'll be right back. It's fucking cold in here. So today I'm tapping on Mistrust. And the reason why I'm tapping on Mistrust is because my partner, as sweet as she is, and I really do sincerely mean this, as sweet as she is, she does not know what the fuck she is doing when it comes to investing in finances and financial markets. In 2018, I met her through my YouTube channel. And she talked about cryptocurrency and she acted like she knew what the fuck she was doing. I gave her my retirement money that I had, that I was putting away. And I come to find out a couple years afterwards, she had put it into a coin that she herself invested into when she put $500 and it turned into $35,000 or something like this. And she thought in her head she could replicate that. And the coin was shit after that. And nothing happened after that. She herself did not cash out that $35,000. She was up ahead. She let greed get to her, and she also let not knowing how much of a fucking huge ROI that was. She didn't even consider that, and she didn't even fucking take money out. She basically did like that Dumb Money movie did with that nurse, where she had put in a whole bunch of money. She let it sit there, and now she's fucking, nothing happens. She's in the red with it. And this is exactly what my partner did with her thing. So she thought, hey, I can just take this guy's retirement money that and just ignore what the fuck he said and fucking just do whatever I want. And that's exactly what she did. And what happened? All my retirement money is gone. That really fucked with me for a while. And I had to let that go somehow. And then what happened? She did something again with her family where she told them to invest in cryptocurrency. They gave her their cash. And then what happened? Then what happened was it was 2020 and we had to leave this country because I could not legally stay here. So we left to another country in Europe, non-Schengen, and I come to find out this is around the time of that previous bull run from cryptocurrency. And then I come to find out that she owes people. She owes the same people that she asked for money. She offered, asked, whatever, to invest for them. And again, who the fuck is going to offer to do that and not get a commission, not get anything like this? And on top of that, you put it on your own fucking account. You put it on your own account. How stupid. I have to say it. I just have to really say it like that. Because it's fucking stupid. Who in the fuck does that? How about you make a video and you show them how to do that and let them do it themselves instead of you doing it for them and you're not even getting commission? But the reason why I get upset about it is because she owed about 5,000 euros to her sister, her brother, and her sister's friend because she offered to do this for them. Like she knew what the fuck she was doing. And then what happened? Then what happened is that she came to me. She told me about it. And then what? I had all this cash saved. I had all this fucking cash saved. For what to happen? For me to now have to help bail her out. And I gave her all that cash. And I told her, don't do this again. But would that be the end of it? No. That would not be the end of it. And if you're already listening to this by now, you could be thinking, hey, guy, you are the stupid one. You have one finger pointing this way, but you have 3 fingers pointing back to you. So you're the stupid fuck. You know why? Because you fucking trusted this person to not fuck shit up, and they're doing it anyway. Don't you see something with this? And you would be absolutely right. At this stage, I think, you know what? It's actually shame on me. It's actually shame on me. And I can't even be upset at her anymore because it's me. I feel like I am the enabler here. And now that we have children together, I feel like, oh fuck, am I stuck here now in this situation with someone who is financially fucking crazy? I don't know. I really don't know now at this stage. And we were talking about getting married, and this is not gonna work. And it's not gonna work. And I'm so upset about this. Moving forward, this wouldn't be the only time. This would not be the last time though. Moving forward. From 2020 to about 2024, let's say about 2022, 2023, I was struggling with the financial markets. I was struggling to really get a grasp on what to do to succeed in the financial markets. I would have wins, like very, very high wins, where my return was asymmetric. I'm talking over 1 to 3 risk reward ratios, like 3 or 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour, sometimes 7 hour multiples. But those were coming around very rare. And I didn't know that, hey, look, the rarer those hit rates are, the more that you have to just account for losing. And because I wasn't really fully prepared for that psychologically, I kept thinking I'm doing something wrong and I have to go back to the drawing board. That's my fault. I know better now. But during that time, my partner would take cash that I had saved once again, that I had acquired once again. And I told her, hey, look, you can either give this to this fucking coach, because she was looking at this coach. She was looking at this trading coach. And again, think about this. Looking at this trading coach claimed that they trade your financial account for you. Okay, fine. This was the same trading coach that we had spent $5,000 on to learn from how they do swing trading. We spent $5,000 to do coaching with them. And every single call, it was either late, or they fucking were taking phone calls in the middle of the goddamn coaching, or fucking having this attitude with us. And then by the 10th call, we were supposed to have 10 total calls, 10 total sessions. By that 10th one, I needed to clarify all these questions and everything like this, and they fucking completely ghosted us. That same coach that ghosted us, my partner reached out to 1 year later, asking for help, asking, hey, would you trade this account for us? The $10,000 that I had asked her, please put this into the crypto bot so that I have a passive source of income. I want a passive source of income for myself. What did she do? I told her, hey, either put this into the crypto bots, or if you're really truly confident about this, give this to this guy. What did she do? She gave it to that fuck. And at first it seemed like he was growing the account. And when I heard that he was fucking, he actually responded and everything like this, I told him, hey, I sent him an email. I said, hey, that's fucked up that you did that. You fucking completely ghost us and you dead us, and you fucking now have the nerve to reach out, and you have the nerve to actually respond back. And then after that, what happened? Whatever gains that person made, whatever gains he made, that fake fuck, he completely destroyed the account. So again, that's $10,000 down the drain. Is it my fault? Maybe. Sure. But who in the fuck, tell me, who in the fuck would reach out to someone who completely ignored them and then expect them to, do you expect them to be trustworthy? Do you expect them to be trustworthy? Do you really expect them to be trustworthy? Do you really expect to trust them with your cash? Who in the fuck would do this? Only my partner, Emma. And then what? And then she would have times where she would tell someone, she would tell either her mother or her father to invest in cryptocurrency or in Bitcoin or whatever, when she still hasn't fucking gotten money from it. Still. She still has not. It's only going to be positive fucking cash flow. It's only going to be a source of passive fucking income when you are able to take the cash out, put it in your fucking pocket. That's the only way. But you're not doing that. You're not doing that, are you? No, Emma, you're not doing that. And then, about a year and a half ago, she tells me that she wants to take out a loan. This is pre bull run of 2024, I think. So she's saying she wants to get ready for the bull run. Okay, fine. She tells me she's going to take out a loan, and I say, whoa, be very careful. And I fucking talk her ear off like I always do. I'm like a fucking broken record like I always am. Why? Because I have been in debt with student loan debt, and I know that it's a fucking trap and that they're fucking trying to get you because it's all a business. It's all a cocksucking business. That's all that it is. Education, a majority of the degrees that exist today are bullshit. You do not need to go to fucking college. I really wish I had fucking known that. Especially in today's era, entrepreneur, creative, artist, fuck going to school. Fuck going to school. Your YouTube is your fucking school, basically. Fucking School of Hard Knocks, that's your school. You fucking go and you fucking figure it out. You fucking go and you figure it out. That's your school. Not fucking going to sit in a classroom for 4 years. You got to take that cash and you got to figure this shit out. You got to get into sales. You got to fucking figure out marketing. You got to get yourself on social media. You got to fucking figure out your branding. That's how you do this in this era. Not going to fucking school. Are you fucking crazy? Networking? Motherfucker, a lot of the people that you network with in college are fucking broke. They're not going to do anything for you. You're better off building a fucking name online and then have people go for you. But I was pre that era, and as fucking YouTube was coming out, I was in college, and I'm thinking to myself about fucking a job and all this bullshit, and I regret. That's one of the biggest regrets in my life is fucking going to college. What a waste of fucking time and air and money. Waste of time and air and money and life. Waste. Complete fucking waste. And now, she tells me this. She tells me she's taking out a loan. She doesn't disclose how much. And I told her, Emma, look, I've been in fucking debt before because of these student loans. Don't do this. If you're going to do this, though, make sure it's a very small amount. Make sure it's a very small amount. Because if you take out a big amount and you're not able to pay it back, this is going to be a big problem. I told her this. I know I told her this, but does she listen to me? No. Instead, what does she do? She takes out her first loan. She asks her father for a fucking loan. Then she takes out an additional loan, which she did not tell me about that. I did not know anything about this. And then what? Then 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, she tells me what? She tells me with our daughter because our custody was removed from our daughter because we said no to a non-life-saving surgery. What did she tell me? What did she tell me? She tells me that she's looking at houses for rent closer to where her parents are because her parents might take custody of our daughter. And I'm already telling her, like, with what money? What money do you expect that we? What money? Are you working? Do you have a job? How do you expect to do this? Tell me how? How do you expect to do this? And then she said, well, with what we're renting here and what we're renting at the other place, we could do this. I'm thinking to myself, okay, that kind of actually does make sense, and it's fucking cold here. Like, I don't know if you can see the smoke, but yes, it's cold here. I can see the smoke coming out from here. Because it's that fucking cold up in here. And my hands are cold. So, okay, that makes some sense. That makes some sense. We get to be closer to our daughter. Okay, fine. That makes some sense. We go for a walk. I think it's the same day she tells me about this potential renting thing, or maybe a day or two later. We're going for a walk. And then she discloses something as we're coming back from the walk. And she discloses that she's in debt. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, what? How are you in debt? And then she tells me, yeah, with the cryptocurrency thing. I said, how much? And then she says, 30,000 euros. And I just started to feel this pressure. I started to feel this stress. This every time I think about that, it gets me angry. And then she tells me a couple of days later at a family sync meeting that she took out another $10,000. So I didn't know. I didn't know this. I didn't fucking know this. And then I asked her, what made you think that this was going to work? If you knew that the crypto bots that you currently have were inconsistent. And then she gave me that fucking stupid little girl fucking look that I wish that I could sometimes when I see that fucking silly little girl look, I wish I could just smack that fucking look off her face. It reminds me to her mother, and it reminds me to her mother doing crazy financial shit. And then the irony is that she has the audacity to say that she doesn't trust her mother, and yet she's the one that's also doing the fucking thing. It's like mother like fucking daughter. And I cannot marry someone like this. And I have a lot of mistrust. I cannot trust this. I cannot trust this person. This is very, very scary. It is very scary to give someone cash and they are not able to handle it. I think that's really a scary fucking thing. And I think what's even more scary is that she expects that I'm going to fucking bail her out because I have someone that is financially helping me when I need cash. And I think that she's expecting that, oh, this person is just going to help me. This person, what the fuck? What would you expect if this person found out? What would you expect? What would you expect? And I think why I feel the shame, I think that's actually the bigger topic, actually. I think that's honestly the bigger topic, is the shame. The reason why I feel the shame is because, and I thought about this for a while, like, why do I feel this way? The reason why I feel this way is because if I think about this, let's think about this logically. The person that I'm asking for help, such a dear, sweet person. They run a very successful, financially successful business. Their company generates who knows how much money, right? I think I know. They generate a lot of ARR. and they are like one of the top businesses in the country for what they do. They are in a client side kind of business, right? Where they are working B2B. So B2B means business to business. So their clients are businesses. Okay? So businesses come to them and then they work together. Businesses come to them and they work together. And those businesses, obviously, in order for you to succeed at having a business, you have to sell something. So those businesses sell something to who? Either to other businesses or customers. So B2B or B2C. So those businesses have customers that are working jobs. Maybe they're entrepreneurs, I don't know. But the way that I see it is like, what if some of those people that do have those jobs, that do buy those products or services from those companies, that go and pay my friend's business, that he then gives cash to us, what if they hate their job? What if they're out there working 40 hours a week? Why do I do that? What if they're out there working 40 hours a week and they hate their fucking job? What if they hate their fucking job? And when I think about that, that doesn't make me feel good. You know why? It doesn't make me feel good because I feel that shame. Like David Guillaume mentions, the Kabbalist and the co-founder of Mary Ruth's Organics. He says, in this course that I took from him last year during the summer, he said, he talked about the bread of shame. And he said that with the bread of shame, the reason why you feel the bread of shame is because you didn't earn something. So in the case of me just receiving cash, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a male conditioning. I don't know if it's me with a penis and testicles and I've gotten brainwashed enough to believe, man, I gotta earn it. I gotta earn these things. Maybe. I feel, though, that it is shameful that I just received cash and I'm not earning it in some capacity. As weird as that may sound. And most people would think, oh man, if I just won the lottery, everything would be set. No, motherfucker, you wouldn't be set. You know why? Because your vessel is not wired to handle all that cash. I think it's actually the worst thing, actually. And I would much rather be the type of person that either I never make it or I figure it out as I go along and I'm able to sustain what I have, then fucking have a whole bunch of cash come to me, because I wouldn't be able to handle it either way. I wouldn't be responsible. I wouldn't know what I did exactly to get there. And I think that's the same thing with the YouTube channel that I grew to 15K subscribers and I gave it to Hema. I can see that that was a big mistake because she did fucking nothing with it as opposed to earning it herself. She does not know all the years that went into studying YouTube. She does not know all the fucking failed attempts at buying cameras and documenting and creating content and fucking putting myself out there and feeling like a fuck. She doesn't know that. She didn't see that. She didn't live that experience. And so for her, she doesn't value it. She doesn't value the 15,000 people that said, I like what this channel is about and I'm gonna fucking subscribe to it. She doesn't get it. And also for me too, like I also feel that shame that, hey, maybe I didn't value it enough. Maybe I didn't really see how important that was. Either which way, here I am. Here I am. And I feel that frustration inside of me. I feel like I cannot trust myself. I think maybe that's ultimately what I'm coming down to, is like, I've made these very poor decisions. Maybe I made a poor decision in the partner that I'm with. And I feel like, man, what the fuck? I love my partner so dearly, really. I would, and this is again why I'm frustrated, because I would do anything for her. I would do the best that I can for her. Even if that meant I'm fucking suffering as a result. And I think that's a problem. I think that is a real problem that I have. Because she was living here. This was her room. This was her room. And it's fine when it's warm, right? But it's cold. It's cold up in here. This is a 200 to 300-year-old house. It's fucking cold. No insulation. And what? I was downstairs where it's nice and warm and toasty. And she's cold. So she starts coming into my room saying, hey, can I hang out here? Can I sleep here? Can I nap here? And then she proposes one day to switch rooms. She starts complaining that it's getting colder, whatever. And now here I am. Now here I am, because I'm like, I'm not gonna have her and my kid be freezing, and she's pregnant with our second kid. So I'm gonna make that fucking sacrifice, even though she picked out this place with her mother, because I said, hey, you guys live together, right? And she was so adamant about moving out of the other apartment that we were in. She wants to move here. And what does that leave now? What now? Now she wants to move to another place. She wants to move to another place that's more expensive than here. Are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking crazy? And the thing about all this is, I don't know if I can trust her ever again. I told her this yesterday, like, hey, look, I don't know if I can ever trust you again financially. As of right now, I do not trust you. I do not trust you. And look, I understand with the cryptocurrency market. I understand that you believe that this could make you millions of dollars. I 100% get that. And I hope for you that works out for you at this stage now, because holy fuck, we are not going to make it like this. But at the same time, I think you really need to learn the value of a dollar, and you need to learn that, hey, look, there are people that are working jobs that they hate to feed to businesses that feed my friend's business, that then we have cash so that we can live here. And you fucking, you have to really understand that. You have to really understand that. You should have a sense of duty and a sense of response. Again, I can't say that that's just a belief in my head. That's just a belief in my head. Maybe that's too much. But I'm thinking to myself, man, I really do owe it to the people that do work these jobs that they hate, feed companies that then support the companies that then support my friend's company that then he supports us. And I want to give my contribution. I think we're all very dependent on one another. Even if we do try to say that we're independent or whatever, no, I don't think so. I think that's an absolute lie. You're not independent. I don't think independence actually ever exists. I think we are very dependent on one another. And I depend on the electric company to provide the internet, to provide the electricity so I can do this live stream. I depend on the internet. I depend on that company to make sure that they have good service. I depend on all these things to make sure that all these things work. I depend on the camera companies, and I feed the camera companies. The camera companies feed their kids. Then, so I think about that. I think about that, and I think like it's all a web. It's all connected. We're all connected. We're all connected. And I feel that shame, like, fuck. I could have just been, instead of getting into trading, I could have just been fucking doing this the whole time. I could have just been doing this. I could have just literally just stuck to just making a whole bunch of tarot videos the whole time. These last 5 years, I could have just been making these tarot videos. Why would I ever go on this fucking escapade to fucking learn how to trade the financial markets and believe in myself and make a bigger idea of myself than probably what I am, and fucking, try to go for something more? Why couldn't I just settle and just be like, you know what? I'm already growing this YouTube channel. I've already got, the niche down. I'm already getting subscribers without having to do much of anything. Why would I just stick with this? Why? Why would I go for more? And here's where I am. And I think ultimately the reason why I get frustrated about this is because, and I told her this, I told Emma last night this, I told her, look, it's not that you took out this debt. It's more to do with, you took out this debt, you didn't tell me, so I already don't trust you now. Because you took out another loan and you didn't tell me shit about this. And now all of a sudden you're telling me that you're $30,000 in debt and you want to move into a new fucking house. Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid? I already told you in the other apartment, this is it. I'm not moving to another fucking place. So I go from that apartment to over here where I am now. And it's fucking cold here. And I told you, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. You better figure that the fuck out. You better figure it out. And ultimately, too, it's also my fault. All of this is also my fault because I enabled her. I took her on this journey. I enabled her to travel with me. I enabled her. It's my fault. And now I feel like I created this monster. That's a very extreme term, but I feel like I created this monster ego where they just feel like they're entitled. They just feel like whatever, And from my side, I'm thinking to myself, yo, I have been homeless. I have fucking lived a life where I've had no food to eat, literally, for 2-3 days at a time. Literally. As a kid, literally. I'm not fucking out here bragging bullshit, literally. Right? So there's no fucking feeling sorry for me. This is my life. This is my path in life. Don't feel fucking sorry for me. I've literally been homeless. I've literally been without fucking food. Okay? I've literally had experiences throughout my life. And if there's one thing I know about life, is that it can get fucking shit. It can go from bad to fucking worse to absolutely just to fucking kill me. Just end it now. Just end it now. I've been there where it seems like life is so ridiculous that it's fucking hammering you down so much that it's just like, all right, you know what? I give up. Fuck it. Kill me. Just fucking kill me. That's where I have been. That's the life that I have lived. So I know, hey, be fucking humble. Don't take anything for granted and fucking work. Fucking work your ass off, motherfucker. Work your ass off until you're fucking dead. Because, motherfucker, I tell you, this world, there is a lot of fucked up bullshit. There is a lot of fucked up bullshit that happens in this world. Lots of it. Lots of it. And it's a lot of fuckery. It is a lot of fuckery that happens in this world. So you got to make sure. You got to make sure that you are prepared for the fuck. And I've told this to Emma as well. There's a lot of fuckery. Anything can happen. We live in a world where anything can happen. I'm not saying all the good can happen. I'm not also saying all the bad can happen. I'm saying anything can happen, good or bad. Be prepared. Be fucking prepared. Be prepared, especially if you're not bearing good fruits, if you're not putting yourself out there, be prepared. Anything can happen. And that's why for me, for sure, I'm going to make sure that for this channel, I'm putting out as much good fruit as possible. As much good food as possible. This whole format in the morning is going to change at some point. It's just going to be fucking vanilla. It's going to be so vanilla, and it's just going to be mantras, and it's going to be basic EFT tapping stuff. And I'm going to clip it real good. I'm going to clip it real good. That's it. And I'm going to show my work, and I'm going to clip it real good. That's what I'm going to do. So that's everything for right now. And I'm going to just work through this because I don't feel like I can trust this person. And the reason why I'm bringing up today's topic is because when it comes to our situation with our daughter, the reason why one of the things that the Child Protective Services said that was their reasoning, which should be fucking legal, their reasoning for why our daughter is not back with us since October, since the surgery was forced on her, since October, was apparently because they couldn't trust us. So if I'm taking the perspective that this is just a vibrational reality, and that none of this is real, if that's really, really legitimately true, okay, fine. If that's legitimately true, then there's something in me. There's something in me that's in resonance with mistrust. So if I don't trust Hema, I don't trust the medical staff. I really don't. I just be honest. I think a lot of people that are here in Austria, no offense, I think the people that I've interacted with are mentally ill. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. It's either in the water or something, and I'm going fucking crazy as a result of being here. I don't know. This is the place where fucking Adolf Hitler allowed the genocide, fucking the murder of millions of people. Like 12 million people or more. I don't know. I do not know. What I do know is that I'm looking at the people that I'm interacting with, and there's got to be something mentally wrong here. They've got to be mentally off here. So, having said that, I need to realize that this is just between me and God somehow. Even though I don't see God, I have to believe that somehow, and I choose to believe that what I choose to believe that is the case. I choose to believe that is the case based on what David Guillaume was saying, that it's just between me and God. I choose to believe that somehow, some way, I hope. So, let's get into it. Even though I don't trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm ultimately speaking about myself. Even though I don't trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm ultimately speaking about myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm ultimately saying I do not trust myself. First round, even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm ultimately saying I do not trust myself. Even though I don't trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I don't trust myself. Even though I don't trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I don't trust myself. Even though I don't trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I do not trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I do not trust myself. Even though I don't trust my partner, I acknowledge I'm saying I do not trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge I'm saying I don't trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I do not trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I do not trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge I'm saying I do not trust myself. Even though I don't trust my partner, I acknowledge I'm saying I don't trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I don't trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I don't trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge I'm saying I do not trust myself. Even though I do not trust my partner, I acknowledge that I'm saying I do not trust myself. Okay, now I'm visualizing on my projector. I'm going to make a little projector, and I'm going to visualize memory where I do not trust myself. Because it's not about Hema, it's about me. It's about me, and it's about me not trusting myself. Yes. And what comes up to me is my failures. It comes up to me, my failures. Me not trusting myself. Me doubting myself. Right? Because trusting myself and doubting myself is the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. So what I can recall is, I remember there was a time where I was really confident. I was very confident. I believed that I would do anything. I believed that I was going to succeed and I'm going to fucking make it. And these were my thoughts throughout my teenage years and everything. I just had this fire in me that I was like, I'm going to fucking make it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. So I go to college. I believe in myself. I do my best to make it to Dean's List. I did that. I wanted to go to Syracuse University. I did that. So I transferred from that first year college, St. Rose, to Syracuse. And I remember there were times where in my 20s, post 2010, not having a full-time job offer after graduating from school, I was working a part-time job at a GameStop. I was working a part-time job at a fucking GameStop. I graduate from Syracuse University, the supposed top school in the country, and I get a fucking, I cannot find a motherfucking job. All this time and all this money. All this time and all this fucking money. Couldn't even find a job. Couldn't even find a fucking job. Yeah, I knew nothing about. I mean, I've taken entrepreneurship classes, but I don't know anything about entrepreneurship at the time. I don't know anything about it. You can read all the books you want to read. You can go to all the classes you want to go to. You can write up all the fucking business plans you want to write up. You can do a SWOT analysis if you want to. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what matters? Work, motherfucker. It matters work. That's it. Use your fucking hands, move your fucking ass, and go. That's what matters. That's how you build a business. Move your fucking ass. Even if you have to be a solo operator, you move your fucking ass. That's it. That's the truth. That's the truth. Move your fucking ass. So here I am, post 2010, and I feel like, fuck, I had it. I feel like I had it. I had gone through this shitty fucking period from 2010 to 2012. This fucking shitty 2 years of working a part-time job, having non-paid internships, working at a fucking baby store. I was working at a fucking baby store on Upper East Side, with selling baby clothes or whatever the fuck. And I wasn't selling necessarily the clothes, but I was like one of those stock boys or whatever the fuck. Selling this fucking shit. And then what? And then what? Get into personal training. Become a personal trainer. I spent the hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to get the certifications, the pieces of paper to say that I'm qualified, because I have a fucking piece of paper that says I'm qualified. And then what? And then what? And then I eventually get to a point where I get tired and I'm fed up with working at gyms, dealing with owners that are assholes, and being a slave to that system. So what do? I go and start my own thing. It's growing. It's going. I'm getting cash. People want to sign up. But then what happens? Then what happens is I get influenced. I get influenced to join the military. I get influenced to be like an asshole because of my partner. Because she said, people want a boot camp experience. You got to be like a drill instructor. And I take that seriously because I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't know what to do here. And it's not, I don't want to be an asshole. That's the thing. I do not want to be a dick. I don't. And deep down, I'll be honest with myself, after watching Amanda Palmer's TED Talk, yeah, I think there's a part of me that does want to be liked by people. I think I do. I think I do want to still, I have that, maybe that inner kid that I want to be liked. I think so. I think we all do. I think we all want love. And business is working. Business is working. Personal training boot camp is working. And then what do? I give it, I let it go. 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 I let it the fuck go. Why? Why? So I can join the fucking military. Why? So I can become a Navy SEAL. And then these fucking petty officers lied to me. They told me I can get a contract in boot camp, which was not true. You have to get a contract beforehand. So, you know, there is that. There is that. And then it would be a few years later, I try YouTube again. I tried YouTube again in 2017. So 2012 to 2017, again, from 2010, I've been interested in YouTube, and I have done, I have had multiple attempts at YouTube. And it was at 2017. Personal training business was going down because I had started up a new one, and I was working part-time jobs, walking dogs and all this shit to make ends meet. And then my personal training business was going down. So what do? I hire a tarot reader that a girlfriend that I had at the time was interested in. Did a tarot reading with her. She said something about being a light worker, spiritual awakening, blah, blah, blah. And then what? And then what? And then I do it. I start that YouTube channel with tarot reading, and I start doing free tarot readings in the park, and then all of a sudden the fucking channel grows. It grows, and it goes. And then what? Then I meet Hema. We travel, etc., etc. But then what happens in 2020? I gave it all away like a cox. I gave it all away like a cock to her fucking thing because she wanted to do this life purpose thing. And then what? She doesn't fucking do anything. She doesn't take the time to learn anything about how to fucking create content. There's no fucking shorts. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I have to tell her, hey, interview people. You want to be an entrepreneur? If you really want to be an entrepreneur, do not have people hold your hand. Do not expect people to hold your fucking hand. You move your ass. You take action. That's the whole thing about being an entrepreneur. You see something, you see something, or you see something, you gotta move. You gotta take action. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Have to. Have to. There's no other way. There is no other way. You fucking have to. You have to. Because guess what? Guess what the fuck? Guess what? You're not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna go anywhere. This is distracting. What the fuck? You're not gonna go anywhere like that. So I wish that I had really done it differently. And I don't trust myself now at this stage. I think that's what really the message is for me now. Right? It's not necessarily that I don't trust Hema, it's just that I maybe don't trust myself. Yes, there is the matter of she did not tell me that she took out an extra loan. Yes, there is that yes, 100%. But by me saying I don't trust her, what am I really ultimately saying? I think I'm ultimately saying that I don't trust who I think she is. Right? Maybe I'm expecting to put her in a box. Maybe I'm expecting to put her in some sort of a fucking box. I don't know. I really do not know. So what do I do? How do I handle this? I have to forgive myself. I have to forgive myself for the times where I thought I was doing something, and then what? I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like I cannot trust this person because ultimately I probably feel like I can't trust myself. I'm going to acknowledge this right now. It was really distracting. I had this idea in my head to check the fucking live stream, and then I saw that there was someone watching for about 22 minutes. I have to get used to that, and I'm not used to that. I think that was, for me, that was very weird. That was very foreign that someone was watching for 22 minutes. They were listening to me. Holy fuck. They gave me 22 minutes of their life that they're never going to get back to listen to my bullshit. And I really hope that they fucking, at least they don't fucking go down the path that I'm going down, you know? Fuck. I'm sorry for wasting your time if I did. I hope you got some value out of that. And my hands are hurting. My hands are hurting because it's cold. Like you can't see it, but this fucking, there's smoke is coming out. You know? The vapor. You can see the vapor. You can see the vapor. And my hands are fucking cold. My hands are fucking cold. Oh boy. Man, I tell you. This is where I am. And it feels like everything happened all at once. Everything happened all at once. This mistrust. I don't know if I trust myself. But yet the irony is that I tapped on these things. I don't think it's that I don't trust myself. Maybe I just don't trust humans. That's it. I heard that in her voice. Not trusting humans. I don't know if I can trust people. I watched this TED Talk with Amanda Palmer yesterday. And my God, holy shit, that was intense. That TED Talk was really intense. It really got me. And it made me think of how vulnerable this person had to have been to be naked and get fucking signed. Get all these signatures all over her body. If you watch the TED Talk on Amanda Palmer, you'll know what I'm talking about. She talks about essentially having to trust her audience, having to trust her fans, having to trust people that are there listening to her, and just really trusting them. Trusting that they're there in that moment and they're going to take care of one another. And that requires a lot of trust. And that's intense. That's really, really intense stuff. To have that level of trust and to say, hey, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna take care of each other in this now. Just like I'm trusting this guy to help me. But can I trust myself to stay strong and to not fall when it matters the most, you know? Can I really do that? And I just don't know if I have what it takes to trust myself. Do I have what it takes to trust? I don't know. I do not know if I have what it takes to trust. It requires a lot. I've grown up. Okay, here we go. Mistrust. Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn. And I could not trust. I could not trust. I remember my trust was broken for sure one time when there was a kid that said, hey, let's borrow video games. And I borrowed their wrestling game and they borrowed one of my games. And I didn't know about wrestling at the time. So there was that. And this kid, when it came time to return this video game, his video game, and then for me to get back my video game, he lied and he said, I don't know what you're talking about. You fucking know what I'm talking about. You just don't want to give me back my video game. You don't want to give me back my video game. That's really fucked up that you would do that. That's horrible. That's really horrible that you would do that. And so after that, you know what? I just stopped really trusting people. And that environment in Brooklyn, it was very untrustable. It was very untrustable and it was very scary because I had to really be very vulnerable and yet at the same time have a lot of trust. As ironic as that is, as contradictory as that might sound, I didn't go around with guns. I wasn't a part of a gang. I wasn't. And there was all of that around me. And I really was scared a lot. I was very scared. And I had to really, I don't know, I have an angel, I have something. I have an angel, I have something looking out for me. That's for sure. Because there's no way. There's no way that I could legitimately be here this long. There's no fucking way. It's not possible. It's not possible to be here on this planet, on Earth. It's not. There's no way I made it this far on my own. That I'm fairly certain of. I'm like so certain of that. There's got to be something else. God or something. Mother Mary or something, you know? There has to be. There's no other way. There's legitimately no other way. Because to be here where I am today, right now, has to be an act of God. It has to be an act of like mercy or God that I'm here. And that scares me because I don't know how to trust that energy. I don't know how to trust that divine source, that God source that has me here. You know, and this person that is financially helping me out, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. It is the most painful experience though, and it's the most humbling, and it's the most vulnerable because every single time I don't make it, every single time I don't make it and I fall and I have to fucking ask for help to get back up. I have to ask for help to keep going. But after like hearing Amanda Palmer's TED Talk, I just think about myself, wait, she has a point here. She just put it all out there for free. She just made herself really vulnerable. And she put it all out there. And she says, here, I'm here. I'm here. And I'm being vulnerable. I'm trusting you. Just like I'm trusting this guy. Just like I'm trusting this person to help me out here. And it's hard. It's really hard. Like, as much as this male ego is like, you gotta fucking work a job and whatever, I think to myself, no, that's actually really stupid right now because the amount of cash that I receive in proportion to if I had a job would prevent me from doing this full time and trading and building the systems. So if I'm not able to do that, then what's going to happen is my time is going to be severed, and then that's going to affect everything. Everything. It would affect everything. And plus, I probably wouldn't honestly get paid that much. Probably not. Like if I get paid $3,000 a month at best, that's pre-taxes or something like this, I'm not gonna fucking afford any of this. You're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy. You're crazy. I would be stuck. We would be stuck. So it doesn't do any good to have that idea. And there's this strong conditioning, like a fucking job. I've been in this era. I was born in this era in the fucking 80s and 90s where it was the whole get a job, fucking go to school, get good grades, get a job. Motherfucker, do you understand how fast AI is evolving right now to where job is going to be obsolete? Job is going to be obsolete. It's going to be really obsolete really soon. And it won't be much longer before an AI agent, a robot, is able to do pretty much everything that you can do online. It'll do it. It'll do it real well. So what does that mean? That means we better figure it the fuck out. That's what it means. That's what it means. Figure it the fuck out is what that means. Figure out your finances right now. That's what the fuck that means. Mistrust. 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 This whole situation too with my daughter. The medical system saying one thing, you can decline the surgery. It's okay. You're not gonna, we have to tell you legally, like we're responsible to tell you, hey, look, we recommend the surgery. It's highly recommended. That's not the truth. You're saying you're going to call Child Protective Services and you're going to take away our fucking daughter because we said no to the surgery. That's the truth. Because it's your policy. Because why? Because you work for the state. Because it's a state-owned hospital. It's not a private hospital. That's the truth. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. Trust is a very fragile thing. It can take years to build up. And it can go away in a minute. And I definitely don't want to be that type of person where I can't be trusted. I don't want to be that type of person. Maybe this is also happening because maybe this is just a reflection of me. Maybe it's like, hey, maybe this is God saying, hey, you, I'm trusting you. Can I trust you? I gave you this and you're doing this with this. Am I going to be able to trust you? And in order for me to do that, I have to really unfuck myself here. I have to become the type of person that is trustworthy, that is trustable. Maybe I wasn't trustable before. I choose to be trustable now. Growing up in Brooklyn was hard. It was hard to trust. It was very hard to trust people. It was very hard to trust in humans. But then I have this person in my life. I have Emma. I have, you know, maybe I can trust people. And especially after watching Amanda Palmer's TED Talk yesterday, maybe I can. Maybe I really legitimately can. It takes a lot of vulnerability. Maybe I can be trusting. Maybe I can be more trusting. Even with like organizations, nonprofits, and charities. Once I heard that a majority of charities, their money goes to advertising and to actually employees and very little to actually doing the thing that they do, I was very hesitant to donate any money to any of these things. Very hesitant. Very hesitant. But then I asked myself, okay, what can I trust? Maybe it is really just between me and you, God. Maybe it's just all an illusion. I really hope so. I really hope it's all just an illusion. It's all fairy dust. And then when it's all said and done, when it's all over, when there's nothing left, I hope that this is all an illusion. It's just me trusting you, God. I hope so. I really, really hope so. Yeah, it's cold. God, it's cold. And that's the thing that frustrates me about this. It's really fucking cold in this room. My hands are cold. It's getting hard to close my hands because it is so cold. because it is so fucking cold. It's getting really hard. Really hard to close my hands. Very uncomfortable. And with all the cash, like my desire for cash, my desire to be rich, it's like it just goes further and further away from me. It's like it just goes further and further away from me. That's something else. What can I trust? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I just be really honest. I don't know. I do not know what I can trust. Especially in this world. I see the media. I see YouTube people having different opinions, and they sound really confident about it. They sound really confident about it. Is that the truth though? No. That's why you gotta listen to yourself, I think. I think ultimately you just have to listen to yourself. Maybe I just haven't been trusting myself. Maybe I haven't been trusting the voices in my head enough. Now I'm thinking about Bufo, smoking the toad. I've never done it, and that's still on my list, on the next one to do. The next, and maybe the final psychedelic. Maybe. If I do get deported from here, and I am forced to travel, then maybe I go for the Bufo. Maybe, just maybe. This experience of life. This mistrust doesn't serve me. Okay, we're going to start transitioning now. It doesn't serve me. I don't think it serves me. It does not serve me. It just doesn't serve me. What good is it going to do to not trust? To not trust myself? What good is it really going to do to not trust myself? What good is it going to do to not trust who I am? It's not going to do any good. I have to be able to trust myself. I have to be able to trust the work that I'm doing. I have to be able to trust that I'm doing the right thing somehow. I have to trust that I'm doing the right thing by journaling and logging me taking care of my emotional and mental health and well-being. I have to trust that I'm doing the right thing by journaling my thoughts live on the live stream. And I have to trust this. I have to really trust that I am being guided by God into some capacity to be living this life that I'm living right now. I have to trust this somehow. Growing up in Brooklyn, it was not good. In the 90s, not good. Very scary. Very intimidating. I understand why my biological mother wanted me indoors the whole time. I understand that. I really do. I get it. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. cold? Can I trust? Can I trust that this will at least be temporary? Yes. This house is temporary. I usually move every 2 to 3 years. That's been my pattern. I would like a forever home. I would like to like settle into one place and then that's just it. And I fucking have my whole setup. I create my own studio. I create my own office, and it's done. And it's done. And I can just fucking work and do my work because I really do enjoy working. And I'm gonna work and fuck all those other things that are about like hustle culture or whatever. Okay, fine. Fine. I choose to work. And yeah, as much as I would sometimes want to take a break, sure. I also realize too that, hey, look, motherfucker, I don't think that's what the point of this is for. I think the point is that we have a purpose and we're here in service. I do think that. After all the psychedelics that I've taken, after all the everything, I think we do have a big purpose. And I think it's up to us to fulfill that purpose. And God is guiding us. But we gotta take the action. We gotta move our ass. And I can do this easy. This is fucking easy. It's so easy to do this. It's so easy to do this. It's incredibly easy. I know I can post at least 20 pieces of content a day. And I'm gonna have a system created to do that. And I'm gonna document that. And I'm gonna give that to all you guys in case you wanna fucking make your own content. I can do that real easily. Real easily. No problem. Easy peasy. It's gonna be okay. I trust that one day I'm gonna die. And I trust that one day it'll be over. So I gotta really take it all in. Because I don't want to live forever. I don't know. I would not want to live forever. Who the fuck wants to live forever? I don't want to live forever. Fuck that. Not a chance. If it keeps going like this, no. Not a fucking chance. Not a chance. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. This is not my kingdom. My kingdom is not here. I tell you that much. I get it. That's what Jesus was saying. My kingdom is in heaven. You're damn right. Damn right, Jesus. You were so right, sir. You were so right. I have to trust myself. I have to trust what my inner voice is telling me, and my inner voice is telling me to do this thing. That's it. And I cannot keep fighting this anymore. This has been a fucking complete waste of time. Not really, because I can take everything that I learned from trading and apply that here. I will return back to trading when the time is right. Right now, it's just very hard. It's just really hard for me psychologically and mentally. I'm still recovering here. I'm still really trying to process all of this stuff. And I'm doing my best to journal this. I'm doing my best to document this. And I'm doing my best to put my, get my ass moving again. I could wake up at 4 a.m. That's easy. That's pretty easy now. I can do this all day. That's pretty easy. I can do this. And I'm sure I have a lot of content out of this. I can make a lot of clips out of this. I tell you that much. I can do the live streaming. I can do 24/7 live streaming. And that's easy. That's real easy. Actually, I should do that. I should just make sure I win the game at this stage. I'm just going to win the game. At this stage, I'm going to give myself permission to win the game. That's it. Yes, at this stage, I give myself permission to win the game. I give myself permission to do the big work. I give myself permission to get it done. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I give myself permission to win the big game. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe it is just between me and you, God. I couldn't trust you before. I'm choosing to trust you, God. I'm really choosing to be naked and vulnerable and just trust you with all my heart. It's really cold. And yes, I want love land. Yes, God, hear me out. Like, hey, like Aaron Jones was telling you, God, hey, please, look, give me something that I can do, that I can get paid for. I can take care of my family. And I can keep doing this. I want to get paid to keep doing this somehow. Please help me figure that out. Please give me the answer, because I don't know. And as long as it's of service to people, as long as it's of value to people, help me figure it out. Help me really get to that point where I can do this. And I can do this to a very high level, because I choose to do this to a very, very high level. I just know that it requires a good system. At this stage, I know that it's not really anything technical. It's just implementation. It's execution. That's it. Even creative ideas, that doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter. It's just taking it like trading. And I see that, and I really understand that. And I understand that the more content I put out there, the better. So I'm really just going to make it a point to just put out a whole bunch of content and have a system to put out a whole bunch of content. And that's it. That's really it. That's the easiest thing. And I'm just gonna pump it out. Pump out lots of it. Lots and lots and lots of work. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do. Is just show myself and document putting out a lot of work. I trust that I can do that. Even though I didn't have trust in Hamla, I realized it's just me saying I don't trust my ability to generate cash. I don't trust that that's the vehicle. And the thing is too, Gary V, he said something really brilliantly that I saw. I haven't thought about him in a couple of years. And I watched this video of him. He was saying something like, if you believe there's money in crypto and you don't have a passion for it, you're not going to make money in crypto. And I would really love to have that set up so I can actually start to show these things. He was saying this. He was saying, if you're not passionate about something, basically is what he's saying. If you're not passionate about something and you're expecting and you're just doing it because you heard there's money, you're not going to make money at the thing. You're not going to make money at the fucking thing because you think that there's money in it. No. Like Amazon FBA, I have zero interest in that. Amazon affiliates, whatever. Drop shipping, zero. Zero fucking interest. Zero. Real estate, I would like to own a house, for sure. But in terms of like having tenants and all that shit, no, not really. Not really. And with trading too, I like trading for sure. I just have to really prepare for the times where, you know, nothing happens. Because that happens a lot. That happens a lot. So you gotta wait and be patient. And I like systems and I like telling stories and I like reading books. So I can go there. I can go in those directions. And I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start making stories, reading stories, and I'm gonna make sure I have a good time with that. I'm gonna make sure I have a very good time with that. And I do that. And I enjoy that process. Even though I didn't trust myself, I can see otherwise. Even though I didn't trust myself before, now we're gonna really bring it home now. Even though I didn't trust myself before, I think I can trust myself now. I think so. I think I can trust myself now because, hey, look, I'm doing my best, I think. I can do better. Yes, I can do absolutely better. I know I can do better because I've been there. I've been there. I can do better. Yes, right now I've hit a low point, but it's these low points that help me see how valuable that what I'm doing is. And I really see how valuable the systems that I've been building are. I really see how valuable it is. And I see how valuable it has been to do like even the recovery stuff that I've been doing. It's been incredibly valuable. It's been so incredibly valuable. It's been very valuable. So I'm going to make it a habit to do this and to get back to the system. I'm really going to make this a habit. I have to. There is no other way. There is no other way. This is very valuable, what I do. The systems that I have are incredibly valuable. These systems that I have are so incredibly valuable. And I just have to refactor what's broken. Not start over from scratch. I'm going to refactor what's broken. Fuck that. Fuck that. Thanks, Austin Kleon, but I'm not going to fucking rebuild my entire life operating system from scratch. Fuck you. Child, please. Not a chance. I'm going to refactor. I'm going to come back from this. I'm going to recover from all of this. And I'm going to make sure that this time, for the sake of my daughter, for the sake of my family, for the sake of my kids, for the sake of my partner, for the sake of me and my future, I'm going to make sure that I fucking seal the deal here now. I'm going to make sure I finish this. I'm going to make sure that I finish what I started here. And for God as well, I'm going to make sure, God, that I do my work. I get it. Maybe that's why I don't have certain things, because you can't trust me. I get it. Maybe you cannot trust me, God, because you see it already. So I have to become the type of person that is trustworthy. I have to become the type of person that is fucking trustworthy. And the only way that I can do that is to show up every single day. And it's building the trust. I've only been doing 50 something live streams every single day. That's nothing. That's nothing. Do this for fucking 365 days, motherfucker. Do this for 700 and fucking whatever days. Do this for that long. Do this for 1,000 days. 1,000 fucking days of live streaming. Holy fuck. Can you do 1,000 days of live streaming? Fuck. That's a lot. 1,000 days, not 1,000 videos, not 1,000 whatever. 1,000 days. That's like fucking 3 years. 1,000 days. Can you do that? Can you honestly do that? Can you show up and be that motherfucking consistent? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Can you do that? Can you show up 1,000 days? Fuck the 40 days and 40 nights. 1,000 days. Can I show up for 1,000 days? Yes. Yes, I can. I believe I can. I believe I can show up for 1,000 days. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. 1,000 days. 1,000 days. $1,000 of live streaming. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame, dissolve, consume, annihilate, obliterate, and transmute all forms of mistrust from my conscious mind, from my subconscious mind, from my nervous system now. Produce your perfection in, through, and around me. And in the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, I command, declare, and decree that I trust myself, that I trust God, that I trust that I'm being guided and held, and that I can trust in the goodness of people. It has to be possible that I can trust in the goodness of people. And I choose to trust. Yes, I had an uncle that sold me fake jewelry so that he can buy his drugs. Yes, I have been in situations that were very tough. But somehow I'm here. There's something. I really do trust that there is something that wants me here. I really fucking trust that. I trust that. I really trust that. I trust that a lot, actually. And I choose to trust with all my heart and soul. I trust. Even though I couldn't trust before, I do now. I choose to expand in my trust in God. I choose to expand my vessel to trust God and to trust my great divine spirit team. I choose to trust life more. I choose to trust myself. And I choose to trust that no matter what the situation is, I'm gonna make it through that motherfucker with ease and divine grace. I trust that I will make it through any motherfucking challenge with ease and divine grace. I trust that I will make it through any challenge with ease and divine grace. I trust that I will make it through any challenge with ease and divine grace. I trust that I will make it through any challenge with ease and divine grace. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale when I say inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust what I'm doing. I trust my process. I trust that I'm going to make it through this. I trust that I'm going to make it through this. I trust that I'm going to make it through all of this. And I'm going to come out on the other side. I trust that I'm going to make it through this and I'm going to come out on the other side so much better. I trust I'm going to make it through this so much better. I have to. I have to. There is no other way. All right, that's it for today. If you found that valuable, come back tomorrow. I do this every day. All right, until the next time, remember you're loved, we love you, and God loves you. Namaste.